So, good morning. It's Caroline Hunt here. I'm the Managing Director of Emerald Starfish, and this is a short video I've put together to look at employer branding for SMEs. We'll probably be online for a maximum of 10 minutes. So, what I want to cover off within this is, first of all, to look at your employer branding and making it work for an SME. So what is it? So employer branding is really the process of managing and influencing your reputation as an employer among job seekers, employees, and other key stakeholders as well. It encompasses everything you do as an organisation and as an employer of choice. And it's really related to your employee value or employer value proposition, which is why would people want to work for you? So, and it includes all of these different areas. So the first one of which is, we'll go up together, right? So first of all, it's how can you showcase this for people who are applying for a role within your organisation? So the first area is compensation. You know, what can you offer the staff? If you know that your salaries aren't that competitive within the marketplace or within the local area, what else can you offer people? It might be flexibility, it might be bonuses, but you know, this is a really important thing that people are really bothered about, particularly at the moment. So it's about culture. So, you know, what are the values that you have and how do candidates line up with these values, and how can they find out what the values are that you hold dear and are important to your organisation? So job security, you know, particularly at the moment, we're seeing a lot of candidates who are just staying put because they're not sure, whereas kind of in the first couple of months of this year, in 2023, they were most definitely looking for more money. Now they're looking for job security. What can you offer them? And if they're, you know, particularly in terms of, you know, kind of the whole package really, you know, why are you secure? What are your risk factors? So how are you performing in the current economic climate? What are your plans for the future? What about your history? What have you done in the past? How did you manage things like various recessions, the pandemic, etc.? We've got work environment. So what would it actually be like to work for you? If you're a new starter, where would that person be working within the organisation? What equipment do you provide? You know, what about refreshment facilities or flexible working? We've just done some work with a client around employer branding and the work environment. We did a survey and it was really clear that it would make a huge difference to the work environment if the client could offer a dedicated area for people to eat their lunch. Actually relatively easy to solve this. And, you know, it's really important to also showcase this if yours is a really great environment. You know, what about career opportunities? What training and development is offered within the role? And what about longer term? What are the career pathways and timelines like for your roles? And then the other part includes employee insight. So what is it really like to work at your company? Or what do people like about working for you? And I think it's really important that this information is available, and not at interview stage, but actually online so that people can see what difference it is. So what I've done is I've come up with 3 key areas, which are quick wins to help improve your employer branding as an SME. So the first of which is to improve your online presence and your company profile. So candidates will always research a company, and therefore the messages that are out there need to be clear and as positive as they can be. They should include the history and the vision of the company. So think about what problems does your company solve? What's the positive things about the work culture and the environment? Ideally, if you've got the budget and you've got the time to do this, have a company video showing what it's like to work with you, and have people explaining their journey through your company. So that's the first one. The second one is to do some work in terms of online reviews. We have seen a lot of candidates withdraw from the interview processes of various clients as a result of getting to the research stage and not seeing the sort of reviews that makes them want to work for the company. So the main places that people will look are Indeed and Glassdoor. You will most likely have a page on these sites, but it's really important to claim them and to manage them properly. You know, are you aware of your ratings? Is it in your plan in terms of looking at how you can improve your ratings? And also, who is saying what about your company? Typically on review sites, it tends to be disgruntled ex-employees telling other people what it's like to work for you. Whereas actually what you really want to do is to get your current employees to do positive reviews to show why it's a great place to work. And actually can really frame this when you're looking for a new person for a new department, talk to the rest of the department, say, you know, we want to get the best people in, you know, what can we do and how can we put some reviews out there that show what it's really like to be part of this team and get people to really own that. And I think it's really important as well that if you've got negative feedback, you need to address this. The way that feedback works, and I've covered this in the video that I did last week, is that somebody puts a review up and then you get the opportunity to review that and respond. After that, there isn't any further communication. So there isn't an issue with it breaking down into an online argument or information that you wouldn't want out there, or for somebody to get particularly angry. So what addressing negative feedback does is it diminishes that feedback, but it also shows that as a company, you care. And then the final point of the three is to look at your social media strategy. And this is a much longer term strategy and should just be there in the background. And the objective with all of this should just be what a great place it is to work at our company. So think about the different platforms. So people under 30s tend to be typically on Instagram. If you're looking at the 40+ generation, you're more likely to find them on Facebook. TikTok generally has better engagement than anything else. People tend to stay and watch the videos on the site. So actually, if you've got some of that, it does take a bit more time. You might want to think about what you're putting out there as well. And what sort of things should you post? So it's really about what a great place it is to work here, thinking back to that objective. So, you know, any social activities from different teams, you know, post those up there. Show if they go bowling on a Friday night, post that up there. Think about company wins, you know, what has happened within the business that makes you think about, you know, what was great this week. So as our organisation, something we're trying to do is on a Friday, do a Friday win, you know, this is what's happened this week and this is a great thing to put out there. You know, maybe somebody's completed some training or gained a level of certification. Again, I would really boast about that. And the important bit with this is to get it out there, but also get people within your organisation to like, share and follow so that their followers can see what a great place it is to work. So 3 really simple tips. Not going to take too long to do. I would also advise that you watch the video that I did last week, which is about how to manage your Glassdoor and Indeed reviews. At Emerald Starfish, I run strategy sessions that you're very welcome to jump on. They take an hour. The ones that we typically cover within this section are looking at your job adverts and how to write really engaging job adverts. Don't leave it to the AI, which is all over social media at the moment. How to manage your Glassdoor and Indeed reviews, and how to generally improve your employer branding. And by booking one of these sessions, obviously we'll give you the information that you need just for your organisation rather than it being general. The way you can book is go onto the website, emerald-starfish.com. You can access my diary there and book an hour session. There's a few qualifying questions. So that's everything. So thank you all very much for listening. And if you've got any questions, please contact me. I'm Caroline Hunt at Emerald Starfish, and my contact details are on our website. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.